Today we'll be trying to get 3 wins with the Wellstring V, the first kit of the Wellstring. I did the custom kit first, but for this one we have a more, it kind of looks like a Slayer kit, honestly. You have auto bombs, which help at range, especially whenever you're trying to maybe get a little bit more pressure on the field. Gets a lot of explosions out there, and it's somewhat decently cheap as well, which is nice. And for your special weapon, you get the Ultra Stamp. Not the most reliable, but it can be used for some pushes in certain modes, and it can be used as a single Trizuka shot in case you do want some more reliable damage at range, though still not really the most reliable in the world. It's going to be probably more of the same compared to the custom Wellstring, so just midline support. I'm not very good with this weapon. Practice didn't go particularly terribly, but it also didn't go great. So we'll see how it goes. Either way, the Wellstring wins, and if we get 3 in a row without any losses, I'll go for a 4th one. See you in the first match. Alright, match number 1. We're looking at a bunch of short range weapons, so we'll be able to bully them at the very least a little bit, as long as they don't rush us. I'm really not good with this weapon at all, so bear with me as I try to use it somewhat correctly. I just find it a little unreliable for what I'm used to actually using. I think right now we're just going to shoot some medium to long shots out here. I'm not going to try to put myself in too bad of a situation and just try to keep in on the map. Once I get a stamp, I might try to be aggressive with it. Since the enemy team is shorter ranged, the scariest weapons, I guess all 3 of the shooters are somewhat scary, though we can handle Sploosh a little bit, since it's not as good at taking out stamps up close. Even though it does have a fast fire rate, we're probably close enough to actually reach it. I'm a little close here, so we're going to try to take him out. That worked out very well in my favor. That one's down, so I'm actually going to rush forward now, since there's only 2 left, and try to finish them off. Even if I don't finish them off, which I do, I would still be able to clear a path for our teammates to get a clam in. And now we just start unloading clams here. I'm gonna go ahead and just start covering some space. I'll hold this clam to try and extend, and then kind of back off because they're starting to get their platform back. I'm gonna keep painting up here. Hopefully something happens. Not really sure. This guy's pressing me, but he's not really being that aggressive with it, so that's good. He's very fast if he has the paint, but if he has to paint for himself, he's going to be a little bit slower. I'm going to back up here since he's using Stamp. I don't want to be hit by it, but I will be able to get a vantage point here. I'm not quite sure where he's going. They're actually double teaming up there, so we do want to get some arrows over there to just kind of slow them down maybe a little bit. I have this, so if they try to rush, I can just stop at the very least one of those. Hopefully our teammate can maybe take care of that other one up there. We'll throw that Stamp to maybe get some chip damage. Wasted his Zuka, which is good. Especially on grates, that's not good at all. We'll try to camp this jump here. If the one guy rushes us, we can take care of him since we do have a bit of range. I'm going to try to clean up some paint here. We'll get a power climb with that, and we'll start slowly getting some special gain, which is good. I think they will probably try to press me, though. Since I do have it and I am marked, kind of gives them a target to go after maybe for a little bit. But as long as I stay back here, I should be fine. We have a very unorthodox team. I didn't even notice that, but we seem to be doing somewhat well, so I'm not going to complain. Finish off that kill for our friend, which is nice. I'm gonna kind of just hold this off here. I'm gonna actually throw this down now and try to do the thing. I don't like running up against Forge Pros because they do have longer range and they can get us easily if they have the right timing, but that one didn't. We actually got up to him really good. Throw that out, try to get some location for my team up there. There's only actually one guy and he's gone. Someone died down there. I'm gonna say it's probably from the roller fall off. So I don't actually see anyone down there. I think he's hiding, so we're just going to try to, okay, let our teammate snipe him. That's fine. Be a bit of a diversion, so he'll jump down and get in that sight line of the charger. You're going to rush, probably. Just try to cover up his space. He really is not really being that aggressive, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. There is someone up here, though, I think. So just try to get this all painted. Actually have our teammate getting a clam in, which is good. I'm going to do this and then start using Stamp. Hopefully our teammate notices that and gets it in. Teammate got it in, which is good. Try to turn that. Didn't work out quite as well as I had hoped. It is a bit slow at turning, but if you do a 180 flick, it will turn a little bit faster, but still not too terribly quick. We did not defend base, so now we've got some paint in our base. Hopefully I can do something here that isn't just straight up dying because I'm a little close, but we'll see. All right, thank you, Charger. Charger's hitting a lot of really good shots here, so that's great. Just gonna work on cleaning up mid, I guess, and they're kind of just spawn camping right now, which is good. Try to play evasively here. Again, he's... Oh no. Y'all take it. I probably would have died there anyways if the lag didn't happen, so I'm fine with that. Unless he just had a lot of run speed, but I don't think that was the case. I think it was just having a moment. All right, someone's over here. I'm going to actually throw these up in the grates. He's just chasing me, so I'm going to just tap fire here. That will cover paint a little bit faster than charging, and it will maybe get some pellets of damage on him while our teammates try to get in closer for the kill. I'm gonna back up once again and just try to stay where I can help out at range. Didn't mean to grab that. I guess it doesn't matter particularly. We don't really have too much of a time left, or too much of the timer left. And I don't really see them doing much more. They've got this one left and it's broken as soon as the timer runs out. So we'll take our first win. All right, match number 2, another very weird team. At the very least, we do have a Slayer and we'll have plenty of paint, so that's nice. The only long range weapon on the enemy team is the Bloblobber, which is a bit unreliable, especially at range. It's more area denial, similar to what this weapon would be. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I really don't want to press the Forge Pro and make it mad, because again, mid-range to mid-range can be rough for us since our weapon isn't as reliable at hitting. Again, it's more of a chip damage weapon and not a aim to kill, unless you get that sweet spot right in the middle of your charge, but I'm not very good at that. Some people really do have an easier time with that. I don't really have that easy of a time though. I've got my stamp, so I'm just going to keep doing what I did last time. It seemed to work pretty well. Just jump into the fray here and try to confuse them at the very least. Cover ledge here. I'm not really sure what I died from. Maybe a bomb. Yes, I didn't even see the curling bomb, so that's kind of surprising. All right, jump up here to, I believe, our leader. I'm just going to try to pelt him with some bullets. All right, he's down. We're going to throw this and maybe just kind of guard the ledge. That way they can't climb up it. They're not really too interested in that. What is... Okay, I see now. I don't want to fight you head on because you are very squirrely, so I'm going to just back up and throw a bomb out. Give him a present to deal with while I'm trying to find a good position to maybe sit at and throw out some arrows if I can. I do think you want to play closer, that way your arrows are a little more effective. I'm not really sure at what point you want to back up, other than when you really can't handle them at all. Like when you're, you know, trying to anchor or something like that. We got a random kill there, that's cool. And it's gonna feel like Bloblobber sometimes too, where you just get the random kills when you really weren't aiming for them. Area denial will do that sometimes. All right, you're down. I got another one down. I might die here. Blob isn't really that particularly great at actually taking out stamps either. I think we saw that whenever I used it. All right, we get to trade there. That's pretty nice. Teammate helped us out. I mean, we still have the board. We haven't even painted our base very much because we just haven't been over there. So that's great. He's going to rush me, so I'm going to try to stop him. Thankfully, our teammate's right here. Very odd that the splooshes are having a hard time actually getting close. Normally, that's not the case. Get another break on their barrier, so I'm just going to try to paint and maybe make a path. I'm going to watch the map too, just in case someone is catching up to us. I think there is someone who's flanked. That's the weapon I don't want to fight at all. All right, and we'll just take a KO there. I wasn't even paying attention to the score. I was more focused on that sploosh. So yeah, there's another win. All right, match number 3, more mid-range weapons on the enemy team. So we won't be able to be as safe as we were before. So we'll probably have to position around objects a little bit better. And be a little more mindful of that. We've already lost someone on the left. I want to maybe be fire support for my teammate who's fighting here. He didn't need it though, so that's great. I'm going to start picking up clams, I guess. That's probably the best thing I can do right now. Yeah, see the mini over here? Not quite sure what his game plan is, so really shouldn't have been that close, honestly. Very close. I was going to try to shred the bubble, but it didn't work out because I didn't have anyone in front of me. And this slow of a weapon, especially when our teammates are that short ranged, I didn't even notice. That's really short ranged weapons. I probably do want to maybe let them be in front, because they can't really support me if they're behind me at all. Can't really get an immediate kill on this guy, so unfortunately we'll have to take a points loss there, but I think we'll be fine. Try to help out with this kill. There's actually multiple people there, so I'm going to back up and try to get some chip damage off. If they run faster than you, which a mini splatling certainly would, they can catch up to you pretty quickly, but I was up against the wall. If I wanted to survive, the game plan may have just been to jump out, because I don't really see myself getting out of that any other way. Going to the right was probably another enemy, so I don't want to actually put myself in that position. I probably really should start painting here, because that's what we're going to want. Thank you, friend. And a lot of the tap shots are actually dealing some decent damage. I'm not used to that, so I'm not going to complain at all. He's going to get behind his wall, but I can shred that pretty easily, so we'll get rid of that. And just start throwing paint over into their base, trying to watch for anyone going left or right. There's a bunch of people in the back, though, so we might want to get rid of them. Unfortunately, this is another similar situation to Blob Blobber, where grates are just kind of garbage for you, especially at full charges, because you can't really immediately affect them. Get shredded by multiple people there. Unfortunate. I see our team's probably just a little bit too unorthodox. The other teams worked, but this one, I think we're going to have some trouble, especially compared to a very balanced team on the enemy side. Yeah, we didn't win that one. It was just a bit rough. Again, our team was very odd. 2 ink brushes really doesn't spell well. And yes, it's Clam Blitz, so you might be able to get some cheese strats off, but it just didn't work out in the end. All right, match number 4. Hopefully we get a better thing going this time. Our team already looks better than last time too, which is good. It's not like we lacked Slayer power. We had a Dapples. It was just 2 brushes isn't going to do very much. 1 brush is fine, but 2 of them is a bit overkill. Right now everyone's kind of back, so I don't know if I want to try to maybe take space or just stay in mid here and kind of be annoying a little bit. Not sure what you're wanting to do, bud, but I guess I'll just kind of back you off and hold you from doing anything of value. Maybe catch you off guard or lead my shot. I'll protect my brush friend now. Maybe. Okay, this is a weird match. Not much is happening. Hopefully they didn't see that. Alright, we get this one. Hopefully I can maybe turn the corner here and be a little bit more protected. He did jump off though, which isn't great. You're probably gonna chase. I think I just want to jump out. I'm kind of out of my element here. Everyone's still back at spawn, so I want to help them out. This is a bit awkward. We got someone on the left here. I can't really attack them very well until they get back on that platform, which they were headed towards, but our teammate gets the kill. Alright, try to get this guy. It's not the end of the world if we do lose points, but we do want to make sure we get a counter push going as soon as most of them get splatted. How do I feel about this? I'm not sure. We're losing a lot of people, so I don't want to immediately just rush that because I'm not going to have any backup support. Alright, just try to be annoying here, I guess. Keep doing what I've been doing the entire time. There's random Zuka. Can't really control that. I heard the noise, but it was too late. Alright, we'll jump back in here. They've got a clam. We probably need to get one at some point too. I think we've got 2 now, which is good. I think I want to go for another snap. That's been working out somewhat decently as long as I get a couple of kills from it. Alright, this will be nice. We get an assist and a splat. Not really sure where everyone else is at. We got a wipeout actually, which is good. Where is that? I don't know if I want to rush all the way back for that or just try to stall this a little bit longer. Missed both of those. That's not good. We don't like that. Bit of a waste, honestly, and we're giving them to them if we miss them, so that's not good. Lots of blobs going around too, so I just need to be careful. And I don't really have the range to challenge him unless he just gets very greedy and presses, which I don't expect him to do. He actually did get splatted by a teammate though, so that's pretty good. I can actually command a little bit more range. I do believe I see someone over here. Either that or it was just the flashing of the incline. I think I'm going to attack the left side here and deny that space so they have to drop down. Are you going to go after me or my friend? I think he went after my friend. Never mind. He saw my ripples. Alright, more clams coming this way. I can maybe be a little defensive here, so we'll try that. Can't do it too well though, I guess. Can't ask too much of me to actually maybe try to land a couple more shots. That brush is still alive. I'll try to maybe tag him over here, or at the very least take a couple of shots on him. He didn't even get another clam in, which is good. His teammates were not in it to actually keep that push going, so that's good. Trying to press this blob back, or at the very least get a kill on him. Didn't work out, but he did have to drop. He's trying to paint that, so I guess I'll paint it. Make sure he can't use it. I don't think you can use it from there, so I'm not really quite sure what he was trying to do. Just a very cumbersome match. Maybe if I can get a little closer with Stamp, that would work out pretty well. I have some clamps here I don't want to lose, though. I'll wait for their special rush to end, and then I'll maybe try to do something of value. All right, that was good. All right, take out the blob. I'm a little far away from anyone else, so I don't really feel too comfortable. I'm trying to chase that even more, so I just threw it. I did waste it on the wall, but I don't think I was going to get anything else out of it anyways. Maybe a bit of a hasty trigger pull, especially since I had teammates next to me that could have probably just helped out in the chip damage front. So I guess this blob's right back over here. That's fine. Get a good team kill. I have a friend over here. I guess I'll jump over here. Why not? If I can get that, all right, that works. Took them forever to actually get me. And one guy getting clam is now completely surrounded. He's dead. Didn't get his clam in. They're not going to reach that, so they've got to scramble for some of their own clams. The one that needs it is shooting Azuka off, and maybe he gets them in time. I don't know, though. You're able to get a couple of assists there, and they've got a clam, actually. So I'm just going to pelt this with auto bombs, and maybe something will happen. Or we get the one shot. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think we're good. They're not going to be able to reach that at all. Especially if we just kind of surround them constantly. So that went pretty well. We'll take our third win. And there's 3 wins with the Wellstring 5. I didn't actually do too terribly, surprisingly. Actually went better than my other matches, so I'm gonna not complain about that. Ultra Stamp was actually a pretty nice tool here just to be able to get in and do things, which normally it doesn't feel that way because a lot of the weapons that it's on have a different kit with a better special to use, unless we're talking about like sploosh or, you know, things like that. But it was certainly a nice thing to have to be able to just kind of force myself in, even if it did fail occasionally. I think just smart usage of it is where you're going to shine better than just kind of popping it and hoping it defends you, because you can't do that against splatlings or shooters. You have to hope that the shooters are just kind of off on timing and that they don't get the correct pacing that they can pierce through your slams with. Splatlings are a lot harder to fight, though, so I wouldn't try that. We didn't fight many, if any, splatlings, so that was a nice thing to not have to deal with. Either way, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a comment below, and maybe even consider subscribing. Until next time.